Hey guys, each guys represents a lap, right? So guys, count up to 1,000, to 3,000, 4, 5, 10,000. Now each guys represents a lap, right? Now each guys represents a length. Now each guys represents something else. Hey guys, just a little word to say. I'll be going live. I might do it. I might not do it live. I might just record a video. But live would be quite exciting because it'd be like actually as it's happening. You might see people you know. I'm going to do laps of the Crichton estate. Just a wee mini race on my own. A race against time. I know your heart is on fire. Leading the going the distance, leaving the others behind. Moving faster like an eagle. I fly. I can't look an eagle because I am an eagle, right? What are you? Are you a chicken? Are you a duck? Are you a kite? Are you an eagle? Eagles fly alone, don't they? They don't. You ain't need to be mingling with the geese. Geese actually. Well, I suppose if you're a cyclist, geese can like the echelon. But I'll be doing laps of the Crichton estate and recording it because it's really quite fun. It's just one big computer game. Life is my playpen. Life is your creation and information. Look at that. I've unlocked my inner genius. I just writing 2 words there. That's good. So I'm going to do laps of that. And you might see if you tune in, I might get progressively faster, right? We're using the gravel bike because if you use the fast bike, I might go too fast, and the corners will fall off. But tune in, you might see me crash. I think that'll get good views, isn't it? If I crash, you just go round and round, round, baby, round, na 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 na. Incidentally, I was thinking, right, why has Mark Beaumont no phoned me up or emailed me or messaged me or tried to add me and ask me any questions on how to improve his show, how to improve his fitness, how to improve his focus, how to improve his technical abilities, how to improve his creative output, how to increase his to make himself more interesting. How's he not phoned me up to ask me how to be more funny, more compelling, more inspirational, stuff like that? You know what I mean? See if I did actually do this show, right? I think I've nailed the sound. It's kind of multi-talented. It's a bit like me, multi-talented. I need somebody that's kind of multi-skilled, kind of lights, sound. Maybe they can give their input as well. See if nobody shows up. Is it because the audience fucking suck? That's the problem when you're putting on a quality show. That's the thing. Would it be preaching to the converted and other quality people would show up and it'd be a waste of time? Or they wouldn't like it because they've been in silent competition with me. So like, I wish I had decided to do that. Oh, fuck him. Or would all the people that would be in need of motivation and the sport of motivation and all that kind of thing, would they not show up because they're too lazy and they don't want to bridge the gap between them and where I am? Would folk not show up because they go, who the fuck's he? Yeah, you get to the point you go, I actually didn't want the audience to show up because fuck the audience. Because from what I've discovered, there's not really a bunch of quality people, is there? And the quality people would probably I already know that shit anyway. So yeah. So I was having a discussion with Alex last night about the illusion and the hype, the difference between actual quality and hype, right? Don't believe the hype, right? So I would actually do some quality. See if I made it too good, would it go over folks' heads and they'd be like, oh fucking hell, he blinded me with his brilliance and his talents. I didn't like that because it makes me feel shit in comparison. What else? Insert your comments below. What do you think? Or will I just do laps in the Crichton and record it, and maybe people will come and flock to watch, and they'll catch on, they'll go, look, that guy's going around in circles. I'll set up a wee seat and take pictures and take videos and put up on my YouTube and say, look at that guy, quality. Oh look, I just saw David Keenan training around it, a bit like Prince Naz when he charged folk. He didn't charge, he Well, maybe he did, I don't know, but he did a thing in the stadium, and he trained, and people would come to watch him. It's a bit like that, innit? Emulate the greats. But as my brother said, we're all great. Tell yourself you're great. That's that type of thing, you know. Incidentally, wasn't it cool how, I've talked about this before, but wasn't it cool how Edge, multiple Scottish Road Race champion Graham McGarity, gave him a kick at the backside? That's the type of people that I'm with, you see. Mark Bowman isn't in the same level physically as me. He's just been on the telly. Again, that speaks to the hype thing, doesn't it? You know, just because you're on telly makes you good. Well, I don't think you're that good. Look at Russell Brand. He was on the telly and he was a fucking creep. So, yeah, you're not necessarily good just because, you know, so I think we'd have to wake up the kiddies and go, yeah, there is actually somebody with some talents and with some shit that he wants to share in a show that actually lives locally. But I suppose because the fucking negative creeps have been saying bad things about me for going woo in the street, maybe the negativity would spread, and then they'd be like try to cancel me, as I've said before, so then I'd probably be playing to an audience of just me. But again, speaking to the fact that Dumfries as a local scene, generally speaking, sucks, no one show up because of the apathy, because they obviously didn't want to get fit and want to get as good as me, right? So, you know, there's all that sort of thing to navigate. But I wouldn't, who cares? I'd pay 500 quid, right? Or whatever it costs to hire the bit. But if I got a quality art piece, I could put it on a showreel, couldn't I? And be like, look at me. Camera, lights, action, it's all on me. And raise myself up for the internet, for the world. Because fuck Dumfries, right? It's all an illusion, isn't it? All this confusion. And then the staff would see it. And then word would go out, but then by then it'd be too late. I've already done it. So that's when Mark, you know, so then they would be like, they'd go home and say fucking hell, so the most amazing fucking thing at that show. And then of course no one would know about it, and it would be too late by then. You know, and then it's like once only, but like this old drumming show, once only, you're gonna have to look on the internet. But then they'd look on the internet and it wouldn't quite capture the magic of the occasion, because the magic is the interaction, isn't it? The communication between person on the stage and the synergy of the whole thing. There's a chemistry that happens between the audience and the person on the stage, isn't it? So if I just do it for a load of empty seats, I would have to like pretend that there's a load of folks. See the work I've had to do, like I said before, doing the work for everyone, so I'd have to pretend there was an audience in order to give me that extra buzz. But at the end of the day, it's a bit like the film stuff, isn't it? When I was on a film set, and you've got a camera right in your face, and millions of people potentially are going to see it. So it's the same thing, isn't it? So if you've got a camera set up, you go, well, I'm playing a camera. It's the same thing. It might as well be a million people. That kind of thing. Think big, you know. And that would all those themes would inform the show, wouldn't it? And go into great detail, and not try to do a David Goggins cover band, because he's done that, and we don't need to do that. We need to do it with a bit more humour, because I think the humour's lacking in him. We need more humour and a bit more trailblazer. I mean, he is a trailblazer, but you know, and he's fitter as well. So it would motivate me, wouldn't it, the show? So it'd motivate me to get fitter as well, and that kind of thing. But in the meantime, I'll just do laps of the Crichton, go round and round and round and round and round. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. Pedal rev after pedal rev after pedal rev after pedal rev after pedal rev, you know. It means you're insane if you keep doing the same thing. Repetition, 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 repetition. If you do anything repeatedly, it means you're insane. You know. Really. Do the same thing and expecting different results. Well, we're doing the same thing but differently. Doing the same thing, but we'd mix it up, we do it differently. So in that sense, we're moving it on, aren't we? Because we're doing laps of the Crichton. When have I ever done that? So that's a new approach, isn't it? Just do laps and laps and laps and laps of the Crichton. Yeah, what else? I minded it up. There was a cycling proficiency test thing, regional thing that we did there, some cycling skills thing. It was rubbish. It was rubbish. It was crap. It was rubbish. Nothing really particularly happened. So back in the day, they had a duathlon, and the running thing went through the Crichton. It was a Crichton duathlon, I got first prize in the Crown Jathlon, first junior in the Crown Jathlon circa 1974. It was quite good, and I beat Chris Uphill. That's a good name for a cyclist. Remember saying before about Chris Uphill and Bradley Wiggins? Chris Uphill was the man and was beating him as a junior. See that? Oh, that's amazing, that, isn't it? And that's Terry's nephew. So Terry's nephew was better than Bradley Wiggins as a junior. That's amazing, isn't it? It's definitely that, Ken.